Good day, everyone. I am Professor PJ. Welcome to BAHP 106, Training and Development. I'm happy to begin this course with you because this subject is not just about training people, but about helping people do their jobs better and prepare for bigger roles in the future. This course will show us how organizations learn, how employees grow, and how learning becomes part of workplace success. And yes, we will make it practical. No sleepy theory for the sake of theory. Think of training like giving someone GPS for the job. Development is more like teaching them how to drive the whole car and maybe eventually own the car. This course focuses on how organizations help people learn. We will look at the difference between training and development, the role of learning theories, how to identify training needs, how to design training, and how to evaluate if training actually worked. A good training program is not just a nice presentation with colorful slides. It should solve a real problem. If it does not improve performance, it is just an expensive group activity with snacks. And yes, snacks are important, but unfortunately, snacks alone do not count as learning outcomes. Let us start with training. Training is a planned effort to help employees learn the knowledge, skills, and behaviors they need to perform their current jobs well. It is usually specific, practical, and short-term. If a new employee needs to learn how to use a system, follow a procedure, or speak to customers properly, that is training. The goal is performance improvement now, not 5 years from now. Example: a cashier learning how to use a point-of-sale machine is receiving training. In short, training says, let's help you do this job without accidentally creating a small workplace disaster.
Now let us talk about development. Development is broader and longer term. It prepares employees for future responsibilities, bigger roles, and career growth. While training focuses on the current job, development focuses on what comes next. It may include leadership programs, mentoring, coaching, and professional growth activities. Example: if the same cashier is being prepared to become a team leader or supervisor later, that is development. So if training is how to survive today, development is how to thrive tomorrow. The easiest way to remember the difference is this. Training is for the current job. Development is for the future role. Both are important, but they serve different purposes. For example, teaching a staff member how to complete a report is training. Helping that same employee build leadership, communication, and decision-making skills is development. Organizations need both because they need people who can perform now and grow later. If training is how to cook the rice, development is how to run the whole canteen. Training and development matter because they affect both people and organizations. Employees become more confident, more capable, and more productive. Organizations benefit through better service, fewer mistakes, and stronger performance. In the workplace, problems often happen not because people are lazy, but because they were never properly trained, guided, or supported. That is why training is not optional. It is a necessity. Sometimes performance issues are not a bad attitude problem. Sometimes they're just a nobody showed me how problem. Very different. Training and development happen in many workplaces. A company may train staff on a new software system. A restaurant may train workers on service standards. A government office may train employees on public service procedures. A company may also develop future leaders through mentoring and career programs. This means training and development are not limited to big corporations. They happen in schools, hospitals, offices, stores, factories, and government institutions. Basically, if there are people, there is probably a need for training. And if there are managers, there is definitely a need for development. Ever wonder what keeps the workplace running? It's T&D. And no, it's not just boring slides. Let's break it down. First, customer service training to handle tough calls, plus systems and data training so those bar charts actually make sense. Next, safety training to prevent accidental slapstick moments, and leadership development so bosses learn to communicate like real humans. Kahit saan kanto, hospital, office, or milk tea shop, may T&D yan. If there are people, there's a need for training. You've got this.
You should study training and development because almost every profession requires learning. Whether you become a manager, HR officer, teacher, entrepreneur, or team leader, you will need to train others or be trained yourself. This subject helps you understand how people learn at work and how organizations improve performance. It also helps you build communication, facilitation, and problem-solving skills. Even if you never become an HR person, at some point in life, someone will still ask you, "Can you train the new hire?" And now you will have an answer. To summarize, training helps employees do their current jobs better, while development prepares them for future responsibilities. Both are essential in any organization that wants to perform well and grow sustainably. Today, we laid the foundation. In the next class, we will move into learning theories and adult learning principles, which help us understand how people actually learn in training settings. So today is the what and why. Next week is the how. That is where the real fun begins. And by fun, I mean actual learning. Gina? Gina! Let us talk. Try to answer the questions on the board. Walang trick questions, promise. Pag kaya mong i-explain sa GC nyo, gets mo na yan.